Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a fascinating journey through history with Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari. This incredible book traces the rise of Homo sapiens from insignificant apes to rulers of the earth. Harari explores what makes humans unique, the revolutions that shaped our society, and the challenges we face in the future. If you've ever wondered why humans dominate the planet, or how our societies evolved, Sapiens provides answers. It's like a time machine that explains our past, analyzes our present, and predicts what might come next. Let's dive into the key lessons from this thought-provoking book. Lesson 1. The Cognitive Revolution. Our journey begins about 70,000 years ago with the Cognitive Revolution. Harari explains that this is when Homo sapiens developed a unique ability, the power to imagine, communicate, and create shared beliefs. This wasn't just an evolutionary upgrade, it was a game changer. Imagine the cognitive revolution like unlocking the ultimate cheat code in a video game. Suddenly, humans could form alliances, coordinate complex tasks, and pass down knowledge across generations. This gave us a massive advantage over other species. For example, humans could discuss abstract ideas like the mammoths migrate south every winter, enabling them to plan ahead. Other animals lived in the moment, but sapiens mastered the future through imagination and communication. Language became the backbone of cooperation. It allowed us to share stories, build trust, and organize communities. Think of language like Wi-Fi. It connects everyone, enabling rapid sharing of information and ideas. This newfound ability to communicate complex ideas wasn't limited to immediate survival concerns. It also enabled Homo sapiens to create myths, religions, and ideologies that bound larger groups together. By sharing stories, humans could establish common goals and foster collective identities. These shared beliefs created powerful networks of cooperation, allowing humans to cooperate not only within small tribes, but across vast territories. Unlike other species, Homo sapiens could unite in pursuit of common interests that extended far beyond immediate physical needs. Over time, the cognitive revolution facilitated the development of more sophisticated social structures, from trade networks to political systems. Humans began to think in abstract terms about ownership, power, and societal roles. These concepts allowed for the creation of larger and more organized societies, which were necessary as humans began to inhabit increasingly diverse and complex environments. The ability to organize around shared ideas enabled Homo sapiens to dominate the planet, outpacing all other species in terms of adaptability and innovation. Lesson 2. The Power of Shared Myths. One of Harari's most fascinating points is that shared myths are the foundation of human cooperation. Unlike other animals, humans can believe in things that don't physically exist, like nations, religions, and corporations. These shared myths unite millions of people under common goals. Think of shared myths like a software update for society. They provide the rules and structures that allow large groups of people to work together, even if they've never met. For example, money is just paper or numbers on a screen, but we all agree it has value, so it works. Without shared myths, society would break into small tribes. These myths are like glue, holding large groups together and enabling civilizations to grow. The power of shared myths extends far beyond mere cooperation. They allow humans to create complex systems of trade, governance, and social order. For instance, legal systems, which are grounded in myths about justice and fairness, allow individuals to settle disputes and protect rights within a society. These myths also enable institutions such as schools, banks, and governments to function smoothly, because people believe in their legitimacy and importance. Essentially, shared myths provide a collective framework through which individuals can understand their roles in a larger society and interact with others on a larger scale. These shared myths also allow for the creation of cultural identities that transcend geographical boundaries. For example, nationalism, while abstract, can unite people from different regions and backgrounds into a single nation-state. Likewise, religions provide a shared moral framework, connecting people who may never meet in person but share common beliefs. This capacity to unite vast numbers of people under abstract, collective ideas is a key factor that has allowed human societies to expand, innovate, and achieve feats that no other species could imagine. Through shared myths, humans have built intricate social structures that can sustain large civilizations and push the boundaries of what is possible. Lesson 3. The Agricultural Revolution. Fast forward to about 12,000 years ago, when humans transitioned from hunting and gathering to farming. This was the Agricultural Revolution, and it transformed every aspect of life. By growing crops and domesticating animals, humans could settle down and support larger populations. At first, farming seemed like hitting the jackpot. More food meant more people. But it also introduced new challenges, like longer working hours, disease from living close to animals, and hierarchies that concentrated power in the hands of a few. Think of the agricultural revolution like trading freedom for security. Hunter-gatherers roamed freely, but farmers traded that lifestyle for stability, at the cost of harder work and new social pressures. The agricultural revolution marked a dramatic shift in human history, not only in how humans acquired food, but in how they organized their societies. Prior to this change, humans were nomadic, relying on hunting, fishing, and foraging. These groups were small, highly mobile, and egalitarian in nature. There was no need for large-scale cooperation or strict social structures. However, once farming took hold, humans began to live in one place and develop permanent settlements. This newfound stability allowed for the accumulation of resources, and with it, the rise of social structures and complex communities. Farmers could now grow surplus crops, which meant they could support larger populations, and as populations grew, so did the need for organized systems to manage resources, labor, and trade. The agricultural revolution, therefore, didn't just change how humans ate. It revolutionized human social, political, and economic structures. However, as Harari points out, the shift to agriculture came with unforeseen consequences. Although farming provided more food, it did not necessarily improve the quality of life for everyone. The concentration of wealth and power led to the emergence of social hierarchies. A small elite began to control land and resources, while the majority of the population worked in grueling conditions to sustain these new systems. The human relationship with the land also changed drastically. What was once a relatively free existence became tied to the cycles of planting and harvesting. This shift towards agricultural work introduced more rigid social roles and divisions of labor. Moreover, the close quarters in which humans lived with domesticated animals opened the door for new diseases to spread more easily. What had begun as a method to ensure survival and prosperity was now entangled in a web of inequality, hard labor, and the constant pressure of ensuring food security for expanding populations. The agricultural revolution was, in many ways, the beginning of a trade-off between comfort and the complexities of modern civilization. Lesson 4. Empires spread ideas. Harari explains that empires played a major role in shaping history. While they often caused suffering, they also spread knowledge, trade, and culture across vast territories. Empires connected distant regions, creating a global exchange of ideas. Think of empires like giant shipping networks. They brought new technologies, languages, and philosophies to distant lands, but they often exploited people and resources in the process. Empires weren't perfect, but they laid the groundwork for the interconnected world we live in today. They're like the early internet, messy but revolutionary in spreading ideas. Empires were powerful engines of change throughout history. influencing the development of societies in ways both beneficial and destructive. Lesson 5. The Scientific Revolution. The scientific revolution, which began in the 16th century, changed how humans viewed the world. Instead of relying on myths or religious explanations, scientists started using observation and experimentation to uncover the truth. Think of science like upgrading from guesswork to GPS. It provided a clear map for understanding the world, leading to inventions and discoveries that transformed society. This shift empowered humanity to control nature, cure diseases, and explore the universe. It's like unlocking the final level of a game, where new tools and possibilities open up. Conclusion. Harari's Sapiens is more than a history book. It's a guide to understanding ourselves. From the cognitive revolution to modern capitalism, it shows how humans shaped the world and what we can learn from our journey. Whether it's the power of myths or the lessons of science, Sapiens inspires us to reflect on where we've been and where we're going. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more thought-provoking lessons from world-changing books. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.